I got an email from President Trump today. Did anybody else get an email from President Trump today? Our great leader. Evidently, this is going to require wine. If you need a break to get your wine, beer, bourbon, scotch, maybe just a tea if you don't lean this way. But after the last week, my God, I get an email this morning, mass email, as one of my most loyal supporters. He must not be checking the coffers too closely or the ledgers, because I think I'd literally eat gravel while crawling through shards of glass on a glowing trench of fire before I would give a penny to that man or that group of people. I'm tired of saying left. I'm tired of saying right. It's right and it's wrong. So I get this email. President Trump, hey, one of my I've emailed you before and your response is missing, he says. My response is missing. He says, bold, are you an illegal alien? And then it says, please tell me it's not true. I believe something like that. Are you an illegal alien? All caps, huge. Please tell me it's not true. Trying to force a response out of me to say that I was not an illegal alien. They're making lists and taking names. And to actually send this out to people that they believe are his loyalists, we can use the real terminology. It's loyalists and non-loyalists at this point. Yes, I have a list, but I work really hard at controlling it. So it went on to have a giant submit button. Basically threatened me. It said, don't make me send ICE to your door. President Trump said, don't make me send ICE to your door if you don't respond to this email. And that email, I got it like 5:43, 5:45 a.m. this morning. I didn't get it then, but that's when it came in. So I'm not going to go too long here, but I want to find some middle ground. And right now, if we don't find some middle ground, things are going to go to hell in a handbasket. Listen to Jesse Wells' song, is it War? When the war gets here, we're all gonna hold hands. All the Marxists and the fascists, all the Christians, something like that. I don't know what the order of the peoples are. But when the war gets here, we're all gonna hold hands. He says, everyone will look a little bit nicer when you finally meet the devil. And it's like, I think we're meeting the devil. I think we all need to agree that we're meeting the devil and we need to stop shaking hands. So I just wanted to make you aware that this mass email went out because I follow Trump's email subscriber list just because I want to see what he's up to. And I get constant grifter stuff. Buy tennis shoes, buy coins, buy whatever. I don't even know what it's called, the digital artwork. But this, are you a loyal? I mean, he didn't say, are you a loyalist? But to recap, got the email today, 5:45 a.m.-ish, from official Trumpville that said, we've emailed you and noticed you haven't responded. Are you an illegal alien? Please tell me it's not true. And then it says, I'd hate to have to send ICE to your door. I'm like, if that doesn't trouble you, nothing will. And for the moderate to right leaning amongst the crowd, who seem to think that only that when Republicans or MAGA people carry guns. I'm not getting down on anybody here. When they carry guns at protests, and I've faced off with a bullhorn a row of men with guns and women, mostly men, at the state capitol in Illinois on multiple occasions. You know, they're saying when someone from a leftist perspective, in their opinion, I could define what that is, but we won't go there. Let's say someone on the other side, when they're carrying a gun to a protest, they obviously have an intent to kill, because what are they doing there without a sign? And if you don't see the obvious hypocrisy here, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm guessing most of you do. And I can't say anything that hasn't been said by everyone else already. I'm just going to add in, I'm just going to echo AOC and others in saying it's working. It's working. When the seat of power actually gets controlled by a nefarious player, it takes time to unravel. But we are unraveling it, and numbers count. There's a tipping point, they say, when a certain amount of the population takes to the streets. And I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like 6 to 8%, I think. And we're already at like 3 to 4% of the population protesting. At that tipping point, it can't be stopped. Secure your votes. Try to get rid of End Citizens United. And one more thing, on the gun thing. I am a gun owner. I am a gun enthusiast. I like shooting all kinds of different guns, and I train. I use guns for protection. And we absolutely carry when somewhere legal to do so, because if a bad guy with a gun starts harming people, a good guy with a gun can stop him. And there's a whole lot of liberal progressives, which is what I have been classified as until now, and I just want to drop classifications because I've been fighting what I call, in this case, bleeding heart liberal friends, even though I typically am one about this. I think we're seeing, I hope you're all seeing, that an unarmed populace has no recourse. And I'm not saying everyone should go take up arms, but I'm saying apply the law equally. We should all be able to carry a gun or not. And as far as carry and open carry, that's a whole ball game I don't even want to get into right now. As for common sense gun laws, absolutely. Background checks, all of that. That's where we may differ. But no one's taken my AR, and no one's going to unarm me in a state where I can be armed in a time like this. And a person carrying a gun to a protest isn't there to use it. And the other distortion is that, 2 mags. He 15 round mags or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what they were. That's absolutely standard carry. You probably aren't going to have to use it, but in the case of a home invasion or something, there might be 4 or 5 of them. That actually happened to me. I was broken into at my home. I stood them off with a shotgun, and they left. I didn't have to shoot anybody. But if I hadn't been pointing that shotgun at the guy breaking in my window with 2 other guys on the porch, they'd have got in. And the only thing between me and my baby and my toddler was my shotgun. And if you don't like it, guess what? Neither do I. I don't want to live in a society that I have to fear either. But it is what it is. So apply the laws equally, and don't anybody get it in your head that somebody carrying 2 mags is doing anything other than what you do. That's what fits in the freaking holster. Okay? And in the chance you'd have to use it, you'd probably want a few, So we're all playing the same game. We're all playing the trying to protect ourselves and others game, but it's gotten way too loose on a field with no rules. So let's start applying the rules. Let's make sure there are some. All right? We'll get back to Sweet Survivor stuff. I had a friend pass away last week. It was unexpected to me. I have seen people murdered on the street. I just need a minute, like everybody else, to This seemed more important after I got that email today, just to tell you about that. Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye. Linda K. Gifford, signing out. Read the book. It's free.